So that's just one example of, many I could tell you, but that's the power of family, and that's what the Permanent Connections program can do.
Well, how can Ventura help you? Well, in terms of, do you need volunteers, interpreters, funding? All this sounds
it is costly.
Yes.
It is costly. The searches themselves are $25 a piece. And we do many of them, so that's one way that a person who wanted to support this could make a $25 donation and know that that would enable a youth or a child in foster care to have a search done to try to help them find their family. Beyond that, as I said many, many times, in fact it's almost always the case, these families are scattered and they live elsewhere. And so I've traveled all around the country actually helping reconnect children with families. And as you can imagine, that's expensive as well. So that's another way that our program could greatly benefit from contributions in order to help pay for the cost of traveling to get youth and families put together.
So between airline miles and some
yes,
cash money, that would be
yes. And then, and we also always welcome people who want to be involved in a young person's life because, as I said, for those youths for whom we cannot find family, there are definitely powerful connections that can also be made with people who are willing and able to make that kind of a commitment in a young person's life. And we welcome hearing from people who are interested in making that kind of a commitment as well.
Well, I think that certainly the idea of a permanent connection brings a tear to my eye. How would someone go about applying for that? What kind of characteristics are you looking for? Is there a written application that people fill out? Imagine you do police fingerprints?
Yes, there would be a screening that's done to make sure that it would be a safe relationship for a youth. We need to make sure that in the background there's nothing that would really cause us to be alarmed. But I would say more generally what we would be looking at is someone who really can understand and relate to the needs of a young person and most importantly is really able to make that commitment. It's really looking for someone who isn't looking for something to keep them busy for the next few months, but who can make a commitment to be there for that young person no matter what might come down the road. Because the other thing that those of us who are parents know is that young people make mistakes. And that's part of our job, is to help guide them and to help them learn how to pick themselves up and recover from a mistake. And a permanent connection can help really do that for a young person in a very positive way. So we would look for someone who would recognize that even if the person that they are going to really take under their wing gets in trouble in however way it might happen, that they would remain present in that person's life. Because if that should happen, having a permanent connection becomes even more important for the young person.
Well, and the rewards we get back, I think, are usually double or triple what we're giving out.
Absolutely.
Again, they would come to Kids and Families Together, or is there an internet?
Yes, well, Kids and Families Together, our website is www.kidsandfamilies.org. And our telephone number is 643-1446.
And we'll play that again at the end of the show, so it goes nice and slowly there so that people can copy all that down. Well, thank you so much for joining us today and living your cold case life with it. But these are with live human beings, and one, it's not going to be the loneliest number when you're around to chase those families down. Ventura County, this is a program you need to support. You need to support it with your hearts, with your wallets, with your airline miles. This is a very important part of life. We have some 700 children here who need to find their families, find some support, and their new children every year. So Ventura County, it's time for you to get moving, and let's get moving towards kids and families together.